Guys, I'm gonna make this really quick today. So, if you've noticed that I have not posted a video on YouTube last week, I just do not have time. And I wanna know if you ever have something like this, where you have a habit, maybe you have a routine of hitting the gym 3 times a week or going to that weekend salsa class or sending your email newsletter out for your business or posting on Instagram. You have a routine and it's working for you and it's going great. It's a little out of your comfort zone. It pushes you a little bit. It's not easy, but it's not like super stressful. It's okay. That's great if you do. And that's what I had with YouTube as well, right? And I do still have that. Every week I post a video. It's just a little bit for me, where it's like I have to put in some work and it is not like just easy and effortless, but it's not like too challenging. It's just a good enough little push for me. That's super healthy. But there might come a time, where maybe you fall sick or someone is visiting from your family or you have to travel or you want to travel, you're on holiday. Any of these things, right? Anything can happen, life happens, and you fall off the routine. What do you do then? Well, I just want to step in here and sort of just remind you that it's okay to pause. It's okay to take a break because who sets the rules? You do, right? At the end of the day, a lot of times we start overthinking or feeling guilty about these times, where we have to skip a workout or we have to skip that email or we have to skip that one thing that, we need to do. We feel like we need to do. And listen, I'm not saying that you should slack off or be lazy. No, I'm saying, those times where you can't do it and you could maybe if you stay up to like 4 a.m. or just keep stressing out about it while you're on vacation or something. You could push yourself, but then is it worth it? It's like it's a little bit too much where it becomes something that you start putting your worth there. You feel like you need to do this, you must do this, otherwise like your life will end or something terrible will happen, right? We've all been there. Especially if you are like a high achiever type A person like I am, or a perfectionist. We start, while those are good things because we are very motivated and we want to get work done and all of that good stuff, we can also get a little obsessed about our work, right? And so if that's you, I want to just also not just only remind you that it's okay if you can't get it done sometimes. And I think you're smart. We are smart. We as human beings, we know when we're just like bullshitting ourselves and, we're just being lazy versus when we really can't do it, right? And what I love is once a friend told me, actually, she wanted to go to the gym, right? She was telling me her workout schedule and she's like, my goal is just to hit the gym 6 times a week. Not just, that's a lot, right? But 6 times a week. And she's like, but I try to go every day. And I'm like, how does that work out? Like, why don't you just set one day where you don't go to the gym? And she's like, because something inevitably comes up every week and then I have to skip it and I don't know when that's going to be, so I'm going to try my best to just go every day. And that advice really, really works. It's like, even for this, it's like you just try your best, go for it, go for your routine. If you are posting on Instagram, do that every day. If you're going to the gym, do that. Don't slack off, but know that it's okay and you are still worthy even if you don't once, right? And even if you don't ever, you are still worthy. But the world's not going to end. Your business is not going to fail. Your body's not going to suddenly become obese and like morph out of shape by missing one workout, right? Or your work is not going to suffer if you take one mental health day off, right? And if that's still challenging for you, I recommend, just trying to make it simple. So can you, if not do the whole task, can you just make it really, really small? What's the bare minimum you can do? Maybe like if you don't have enough time to hit the gym, maybe can you just do a quick 5-minute workout from YouTube, right? Or if you can't post every day on Instagram, maybe can you just try to post, every other day for a week, maybe when you're traveling, right? So make it simple. Make it a little easier for you so that you can just get it done. And this also sort of ties into point 2, which is you've got to release that that tie or that addiction to perfectionism, right? So sometimes we want to just make sure everything is like 110%, 110%. That Instagram post, it should be perfect, perfectly aligned, all the fonts, the colors, it should just look mind blowing, right? But sometimes that can't happen, and that's okay. Again, that's not going to make or break your feed or your business or your sales or anything, right? It's about a lot more. And what I love using over here is the rule, the 80-20 rule. 20% of your effort should get 80% of your result, right? I mean, that's how it works. 20% of your effort gets 80% of your results, and 80% of your effort, like 80 more percent, like a lot more, will only affect 20%. So let me say that again. If you, for example, let's say there's 10 hours in a day that you have to work on an Instagram post. If you just spend 2 hours on that post, you are going to make that Instagram post look 80% perfect, right? Now you can spend the rest of the 8 hours, and that's not going to make it that much more perfect. It's only going to make it 20 more percent perfect, 20% more perfect, right? So is it worth it? We've got to assess and think about, okay, is this worth it? Is our effort over here worth the output that we are actually getting? And that is something I love thinking about, because I used to be so different. When I was in school and even college, I would like hustle and struggle and really burn myself out doing that 80%, giving my 100% to everything, just so that I could scrape up a tiny bit more, a tiny bit more, a tiny bit more. So my input was so much and my output was just like, it didn't make sense, because it even if I had just put this much in input or effort in like studying, I would have gotten this much result. But now if I put this much input in studying, I don't get this much, I just get this much, right? It's not like that much more. So I know this is all like numbers and I'm trying to like explain it in these words. So let me know if this is making sense to you. But if you want to just read about the 80-20 principle, maybe I can make a video on that as well. Let me take a sip of coffee. This was supposed to be a super fast video. I keep talking. But yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that release that sense of perfectionism. Measure, is your output worth the amount of input you're putting in? And how can you make it super simple, right? How can you make this big task super simple if you really, really, really still want to get it done, if you don't want to skip a day? And of course, that you are worthy no matter what you do or don't do. That's like my favorite affirmation, because that really spoke to me when I was struggling and trying to always be perfect and overachieve, and which led to burnout. So that doesn't look nice. And of course, the last thing is to remember that one day or that one thing won't make or break your business, your body, your work, your career, anything, right? That one day won't. So yeah, let me know, what you thought about this video, if you liked what I had to share, and if you agree with me, if you don't, what works for you, maybe what's something that you're struggling with. And of course, do share this with a friend if you did like this video. Put a thumbs up, and also do subscribe to my channel if you're here, because that means so much. I'm a small YouTuber, as you can see, and it would mean the world to me if you did subscribe. And of course, like, only if you like my videos, but there's some great stuff coming, so take care.